something that went wrong. And so, no, I'm trying to get everybody over to this site. So we're redoing it. So hopefully, y'all got off.
Hey,
All right. Hey, kiddo, how are you doing?
right, I'm here.
All right. See, I
Made
told
it.
you I could do it. Alfredo's. All right. There you go, Alfredo. There you go. All right. And there we go.
Yay!
Yay! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Let me post this real quick. So that way everybody knows that it's a new feed. Sorry.
Oh, let me go share mine too.
So that way everybody can get it. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Let me go share it on my pages.
See, now I'm back on. Okay, cool, cool. Oh
All
my
right.
gosh. It was just like,
Oh,
this is the worst. Hey, Alfredo, you're back, brother.
hey.
Hey, how are you doing? Thank you so very much. See, it's working. Hey, yes, that's working, working, working. So that
That's
was
so
Landslide, and we were
funny.
talking about the song. And so we've got some people coming in. Coming in. Let's give it a little bit there. Let's go ahead and make sure that this works. Does it work? What? It does. Yes, it did. It did work. That was cool.
Right.
That was cool. Yeah. All right. And look, I even have my little check it out the artist website. I have a little restream a link there for y'all, so that way you can check it out over there. Going over
Oh, so
there.
fancy.
I know I'm just fancy all the way around. You know, fancy
How
smancy.
did
I was
that
gonna wear it.
happen?
'Cause I do things, girl. I'm
It's
like
Yes.
magical.
I'm just like I'm like magically and stuff. You know, I'm like so magically and everything else. So Marie, thank you so very much. I'm sorry about all the mess ups and everything else. You know what we need to do? We need to get you back on so that we can not have to have this problem anymore
Without technical difficulties.
Yeah,
without the technical difficulties. You know what? It's April Fools. That's what
it
it
is.
is.
Right.
Yeah, it's April Fools. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's psych. I was just playing. We're not gonna have a real show. We are gonna have a real show. We got more people that are logging in. Okay, so now that I see everything is connected, my radio station is still connected.
Yay!
There you go. Okay, cool. So, um, it was really hard for the song. You were saying it was hard singing that song, the landslide. Uh,
Yeah.
why was that? I mean, was
So
it the intimidation of just being by yourself, or you know?
no, so that wasn't it. It was the song itself, like learning the song. Because there's an original version of that, right? Like a Tejano version.
Hmm.
It's technically a cumbia, I guess. But learning that song, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a piece of cake. Like it's landslide. Everybody knows the tune. Like I got this. There's not a whole lot of range, but I think because there was not a lot of range, that made it hard.
Yeah,
Like so to hit those notes a certain way, I was having trouble, like I guess approaching them and being soft, or I don't know. It was just difficult, which is not typical for me, I think. And so I was a little
sing
surprised
singing
that
restrained. Singing restrained
yeah.
is a difficulty.
Yeah.
She has a beautiful voice, says Alfredo.
Yes,
So
Oh,
you
thank
do. Your
you.
voice is
yeah.
beautiful. Like I told you earlier, your voice really lends to this particular
Thanks.
style.
Mhm.
Um, I know for me, it's
Cool.
hard for me to sing soft, and it's not so much restrained; it's controlled
Yeah,
Right.
control. There you
because
go.
it
Right.
takes a lot of finesse to do all those
Yeah.
little nuances and in
Yeah.
pitch
Yeah.
and not lose it. I'm a belter, so anything
Yeah.
soft is it's hard.
Yeah, it was hard for me, and I told Bobby Cricket Aguilera. I'm sure y'all know him. he's the one who brought me on board to sing this song. And I was like, I don't think I can do this, man. Like, this is hard. Like, let's do another song. And he's like, no. He's like, give it a couple of weeks. He's like, just work on it. Just work on it. And he's like, you'll get it. And I'm like, all right. So,
and it's wordy to add to that. So I was really impressed listening to. I was like, whoa, like that's hard to do. I can't do wordy and soft at the same time.
Yeah, it is. And then it's such a classic, right? Like, you don't want to mess it up, but you also want to give it your own little twist. And so that was important for me to, to give it my little spin, but keep it classic enough to where people appreciate it still, right? Like, you're not trying to make it better. You're just trying to put your little twist on it. And so I think it was just the intimidation of that. And so, but I love the way it came out. I think it came out
Well, you
great.
aced it. It came out really, really beautiful. I was impressed, and it takes a lot to impress me. And I was like, well, wait a minute, what? She's doing what again?
Yeah.
And and it was just like, whoa, it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and it is good. It is good that you did it, and the way it came out, it was, it was well worth the effort. I think, and a lot of people, they don't understand how difficult some of these techniques are. I always clamor back to discovering the technique that Juan Graviel had, just the deciphering of his vocal talent, because most of his songs had that quiet tone, and then he had that strong timbre in that same song. He'd go from a whisper to this vocal freaking,
he would do a Celine Dion.
And it was it was powerful and stuff like that. And people, to have that kind of control, it's very very difficult. And it's not a lot of people have that talent. Aretha Franklin can do that. She's can accurately hit four different octaves, and so that takes a lot of talent, a lot of vocal ability. Not everybody has that, but the fact that you were able to share that with us is really awesome, and everything else.
Yeah, it's a true mark of a polished singer. So I know you said that you've never had any kind of vocal training.
Right.
This is the kind of stuff that you learn with vocal training. And so it's very impressive that you were able to just pick it up by ear and go with it. And I mean, I always encourage everybody, if you haven't had vocal training, get some, just the basics.
Right.
Yeah.
It's amazing, because just the stuff that you've been able to pick up naturally, you add that little bit of training, and it's like, whoa, you shoot through the stratosphere vocally. So if you get that opportunity, go and just have some fun with it, explore it. And I think it would be great to see where you can take your voice next vocally. I'm excited for it.
And not only that, also you get to save your voice.
Right.
I talked to an artist a couple of weeks ago, and she didn't have any vocal training, but had a powerful voice, and she ended up getting nodules, and so she's looking at having surgery, and she won't be able to speak for 2 months, and then after that, she has to train herself to go back, and so back to speaking, then to singing, and that's a very very tough thing for you to listen to go through as a singer, because that's her thing. And it's because of the fact that she's pushed herself. She would sing when she was sick. She would sing when she was in an altered state by being drunk and stuff. But I mean, if you don't have the training, you could really damage your voice. And it's not unheard of. It's not unheard of. So anyway, David Vela says, hello in Indio, Ilda and Marie. David, Oakland is watching. How are you doing, brother? El Borrado Lopez Jr. Hey, what's up, Indio? What's up, Miss Ilda Lamas? How are you doing, ma'am?
Hi, Borrado.
And Borrado says, hello, Miss Marie. Bueno, how are you doing, ma'am? And you know what? She is... He plays a lot of music. He's out of Houston. He's a DJ out of Houston and plays a lot of music and everything else. And we need to have him, play some of your music, so that way, it gets into the club and gets it for people to listen to it. That's what I do. I don't have like a countdown or anything else. Like, kind of hard to sit there and organize a good countdown. But I do have a lot of friends that are DJs, and I give them the music and I say, hey, check it out. Tell me what you see. Tell me if this is a crowd pleaser or does it clear the dance floor. And
Right.
so, and that's what it is, and
Yeah.
it does, so that it does make a difference. Gavino Perez, hey Gavino, hello amigo. Hope you all are doing great.
Doing
We're
great,
doing it.
yes.
We're doing it. We're doing it. And Borrado says hello, ma'am. Bobby Castañeda says, hey, vocal technique is very important. La Raza says, just take a shot of tequila.
I know. And despite popular belief, alcohol when you're singing is the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
Because alcohol dries out your vocal cords.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yes. However, it's great for the listeners because I sound 10 times better when people are drunk.
Yes, that is true. That is true. The more you drink, the better
it's
sounds.
true that it's true that I sound better when they're drunk.
That too.
Borrado says, I would like to play it. Yes, you will. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you, brother, man. Just send me your email. Again, I for some reason I couldn't find it for you to send it with us. And Bobby says, I agree with Hilda, as far as the liquor is concerned. Or do you agree with her that I sound better when y'all are drunk? Which one is that one?
Don't feel bad, Indio. I sound better when everybody else is drunk, right? So that's why we encourage them to drink more while they watch our show.
Drink up, because I'm 10 times better than you and you're drunk. Are you kidding me? No, that's cool. So with that being said, Anticipación. When did that come out? What was the inspiration for that one?
So that I hooked. I don't want to say hooked up, but I got with Hugo Guerrero and Beto Ramon, and they were like, "Hey, actually, Beto Ramon is like, I had this beautiful song." And so I listened to it. I'm like, yes, this is it. This is what I want to come out with. And so I just, me and Hugo got in the studio. He did the arrangements, and it seemed like the perfect song for me to come out with, right? Like anticipation, right? Like anticipación. Like it's my first single. Like I've been anticipating this moment. So it just felt right. I even went out and I got an eyeshadow called like Anticipation for that day. It was the weirdest thing. Like it just happened to be there. And I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. Like it was a color that I didn't like, but I'm like, I gotta get it.
It was light blue. It was light blue, and I put it on my eyes like that, so that way when I blink at you, it attracts you to my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with Hispanic ladies that are like darker than the night, and they wear blue eyeshadow. It's like
it's the favorite color.
I know. I look so beautifully. Look at me.
Yeah.
No, that was. Well, I mean, it's good. And Hugo Guerrero is another person. He's super fun to be around. I've known him for a long time, and he's a super cool guy.
Cool. I was scared of him though. I was like intimidated.
Really?
Like when I first met him though, and then I got to know him. We worked in the studio, and I'm like, oh, he's cool,
Yeah, he's funny.
but he's so intimidating. Like he's just like you better bring your game right with him. Like he's cool and everything, but he's serious, right?
Oh no, he's very serious about his. I mean, he's an uber talented musician.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
He's uber talented, and people just take him for granted because they just know charanga.
Right.
And
he's amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah, he can. He's just amazing, and for me, I'm one of those DJs that appreciate all of the music that he's put out, not just charanga, because that was with Fandango USA. But I mean, he's gotten so much more music than that, and he's been doing so many different things, and worked with a lot of different artists and stuff like that. And people don't know that, he's done what he's done, and so he needs more.
He does
more attention to his accomplishments and everything else, and so he's truly, and he has a different perspective too on music than a lot of other people. So that's truly awesome. Anticipación is a true Tejano style. Thank you very much, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby. That's actually one of the things that was important to me when I first came out. I'm like, I want this to sound true Tejano, and so thank you for saying that, Bobby. I appreciate that. That was my goal with Anticipación. I needed it to sound original, like Tejano. To the hardcore.
Well, yeah, and coming from Beto as well. Beto's written a lot of songs, and that's what he does. He's hey Lawrence, man, I got a song, man. It's a real Tejano. That's my impression of Beto, by the way. I got this. It's a really good song, man. It's a hit song. Beto, your last 3 songs didn't make anything. Oh, don't be like that, Lawrence. If you see him, don't do that impression because he doesn't like it. I'm sorry.
I'm
Yes,
gonna cut it. Beto, you need to rewatch the show.
all right, you need to. Nah, I have a habit of picking up voices and stuff like that, and I mimic people and everything else, and so it just sometimes it gets me in trouble. But I did David Farias one time, and he was just like,
Uh-oh.
yeah, I was like, wait, is it true? Just kidding. Anticipacion. It's a beautiful song. We're gonna go ahead and listen to it right now, so that way y'all guys can get a fair taste of it. I know Bobby already knows what it sounds like, and I'm telling you. Hold on to your hats. It's polka time because it's a good song. I guarantee you're going to love this one. Anticipación from Marie Bueno. That's Hilda Lamas. This is Indio right here on Cubo Radio.
Aquí estoy otra vez dándole gracias a mi Dios. Me desperté. Estoy en ansias por saber si hoy lo volveré a ver. Él es tan especial. No sé qué va a pasar. Estoy un poco nerviosa porque hoy lo quiero yo a él impresionar. Porque hoy vamos por primera vez al cine y después ir a bailar. No sé qué va a pasar, si él me va a besar, pero en sus brazos hoy voy a saber si es amor lo que hoy siento por él. Pero siento tan bonito cuando se acerca y toca mi piel. Ojalá ese amor que yo soñé. Estoy que me muero de anticipación, pero en sus manos trae mi corazón.
Hey, that's my car.
That's my car.
Pero en sus brazos hoy voy a saber si es amor lo que hoy siento por él. Pero siento tan bonito cuando se acerca y toca mi piel. Ojalá ese amor que yo soñé. Estoy que me muero de anticipación, pero en sus manos trae mi corazón. Pero en sus manos trae mi corazón.
Nice. Super nice. Super nice.
Aw, thanks. I just want to say something about that song. So I had just had my son like 4 months before that. It was sweltering heat. It was hot as hell outside. It was like peak summer, right? I also had my braces on, and I was like, "Ow, please do not get my braces like do angles that." So I was super like self-conscious, but I had fun. Like looking back at it, I see like I know I had braces on, right? I know I just had my son. Like I was super uncomfortable, but it was fun, right? It's a moment that I'll
You
always.
had a great shape for
Yeah.
just having your
Thank
son.
you.
Yes.
That's surprising to me. You really did. That's just amazing. Borrado says, "Hot dang, she's got a voice." Yeah, so that's awesome. Bobby says, "Wow, awesome." Alfredo's like, "Very nice, very nice." So that's really awesome. Hey, real quick, since we're at that part of the show where we give the artist complete control of the show, so we're just going to go ahead and step out so that way you can go ahead and do your mentions, to go ahead and give your shout outs, your thank yous, and everything else, and also don't forget to mention where people can find your music. Just saying. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, Marie Bueno.
Yes, thank you all so very much. I'm so appreciative of everybody's support. It means so much to me. Please go follow me on Instagram, Marie Bueno Official. You can find me on Facebook under Marie Bueno. You could also go to mariebueno.com and you can purchase Anticipación. Deslave, my recent single, is out on all digital platforms. And you can see the acoustic versions on my social media. And I will be performing in Fiesta on April 26th. The VFW, the one on the Riverwalk. I'll be out there. I want to say it's a Friday. I will post the details on my Facebook, so go out and check that. Again, thank you so much for your support. I want to thank Demi Records, Bobby Cricket Aguilera, and Kike Herrera for helping me with this Lave, for bringing me on board and really helping me bring that song to life. I want to give a shout out to Paul Vallejo and Jacob Vallejo, who helped me put that together, the acoustic version together. Thank you all so much for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah. Right. It was not a joke. I didn't actually, we really did have a problem, an issue, and everything else with the stuff that it did not. Because Paul Sanchez says, "What's up, Lauren? She's badass." Thank you so very much, Paul. I am doing fine, and yes, you're right. She is badass. She's awesome. Saludos, Indio. How are you doing, Yolanda? Thank you so very much for joining us. And Borrado asks, "When are you coming to Houston?"
Oh, I'll put that in the ears.
Yeah, let them know. Let them know. You know what? Request their music, buy their merch. That's how you keep the thing going. The only way we can level up is leveling up together. That's how we do it, together. So thank you so very much, Marie. The reason we're cutting it short is because Marie has prior engagements. We had to do that. So, it's just one of those things that we have to work out. But because of the faux pas that we had, hopefully we can work it out so where we can get her back as soon as possible for another show and get it hopefully a little bit longer so that we can talk that out. Yeah. So thank you so very much to each and every one of y'all. I hope you had a wonderful Easter weekend. Keep the Easter spirit going. Remember, Easter means that even though death came along, love will survive. It's all about love. And if you lost a loved one, just remember, it is not time that heals everything. It is love that heals everything. So, Ilda, do you have anything for TikTok Tuesday, girlfriend?
No, I think I'm going to put a pause for TikTok Tuesday for a while. Only because I have band rehearsals coming up. I have all of these other different recordings that we're doing for the studio. And so I just kind of need to space out my vocal, excursions so that I save my voice. So I want to make sure I give you guys like the best of me in the studio and live. And so, I would have to put a little break on the TikTok Tuesdays. Not forever, but just for now, for just like a couple weeks.
Take care of the pipes. Don't forget that she also has a new single that just came out, and so be sure that you go ahead and check that out and download it, stream it, and everything else. And if you know of a new artist who's got some music or a band, go ahead and send it to me. We are a fully accredited radio station with ASCAP BMI SO6 SOCOR. It must be recorded to industry standards, and it must have an ISRC code. That is for you, not for me, so that way you can receive your royalties. With that being said, thank you so very much to Marie. Thank you so very much to Ilda for being here with me, and thank you so very much to each and every one of you. I really do appreciate y'all following me, and I appreciate that y'all guys are here. Even though we screwed it up, or I screwed it up rather. Thank you so very much. And if today was a bad day, if you had a bad day today, just remember, every day planes take off against the wind. You matter. You are loved. We'll see you next time, guys. Share the love. Hasta luego. And I'm going to leave you here with Deslave from Marie Bueno, the acoustic version. One more time. Thank you so very much. Y'all have yourself a great day. And it goes like this. Marie, can you hang on for just a second?
Yes, yes.
Tomé mi amor y lo destruí. Subí a montaña y me devolví. Y vi mi reflejo en las colinas cubiertas de nieve. Un eslave lavó. Oh, un espejo en el cielo que es amor. Podrá resurgir la niña dentro de mi corazón. Podré navegar el cambio de la marea del mar. Podré manejar las estaciones de mi vida. Oh. Oh, oh. Pues tengo miedo cambiar mi vida, la vivida por ti. El mundo cambia, los niños crecen y yo más duro también. Pues tengo miedo cambiar mi vida, la vivida por ti. El mundo cambia, los niños crecen y yo más duro también. Tomé mi amor y lo destruí. Subí a montaña y me devolví. Y vi mi reflejo en las colinas cubiertas de nieve. Un eslave lavó. Oh, un espejo en el cielo que es amor. Podrá resurgir la niña dentro de mi corazón. Podré navegar el cambio de la marea del mar. Podré manejar las estaciones de mi